The financial delusions and irresponsibility never ends. There's always somebody that's going to surprise us. Today we have somebody paying $1,500 for a 150,000 mile Silverado. Another person that's making good money but lives paycheck to paycheck, not knowing how to budget. Another person is wondering why they're even being asked to pay for student loans that they took out to go to school. All that in today's episode. Welcome back to the Purely MJ Show. If it's your first time, my name is MJ. In this channel, we discuss financial literacy, avoiding debt, and how to make better financial decisions through other people's experiences. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm to show support to the channel and to push the message. With that being said, let's dive in.
$1,500 a month for a truck with 150,000 miles is excessive. I'm calling about that 2016 Chevrolet Silverado. Tell me a little bit about it.
I got it for $55,000. I paid $1,200 a month for it. Insurance is about $350 a month.
What's your interest rate?
I know it's above 18%.
I mean, it looks clean. What's going on with the spare tire on it?
Oh yeah, I just got a flat. Already ordered a tire for it.
Based on the Carfax 3 owners, 0 accidents, which is good, I can get you right around like $11,000 for the truck. Do you have any money down to roll over or no?
Yeah, I have some money.
How much do you have?
I have about $5,000.
What's your credit score?
620.
How much do you make a month?
$3,500.
You're spending almost half your income on this truck.
Yeah, I had a good job at first. I worked as a software engineer and then got cut.
Let's say we get you $11,000. If you owe 20, there's about a $9,000 discrepancy. So if you have 5,000 down, 4,000 rollover, I can definitely roll you into something a lot cheaper. I strongly recommend buying a cash car until you get your money up, or I can roll you over into something cheaper like a Nissan or Toyota.
I'm trying to save as much money as I can. It's not that I can't afford it, just trying to save up.
Please, next time, just read the agreement. I know you're making good money before, but this truck should have been gone a long time ago, man. $1,500 a month for a truck with 150,000 miles is excessive. So just be careful.
I will.
Sounds good, brother. I appreciate that.
Oh my God, $1,500 a month for a Silverado with 150,000 miles? Like, this is the definition of financial nightmare, right? Like, let that sink in. You have $5,000. Just put it towards the car and do what you have to do to get by. Just eat up the bad decision, right? Like, you're paying a luxury car money for a truck that's already lived most of his life. This is his reality. A Silverado with 150,000 miles, right? It's already been through wear and tear. The transmission is on borrowed time. Suspension is probably just tired as hell. Maintenance is about to stack up. And you're paying $1,500 every single month. If you do the math, that's $18,000 a year. So in 5 years, y'all, that is $100,000 for a used truck. For something that's probably, like he told you, he'll give it to him for $11,000. That is the definition of the middle class. The middle class sabotage. This is it. And this is how the middle class stays poor, making decisions on liabilities. I personally would tell this guy, just keep the truck. You're already negative equity in it. Just put that $5,000 to get rid of more debt, attack it heavily, and just keep the truck. You overpaid for it, and now you have to stick with that headache because that's what we signed up for, and we're adults. But comment down below, what do you guys think?
I'm poor. I've been poor my entire life, 23 going on 24, and I'm broke every single week. I get paid weekly. At the end of the week, I got like $50 to my name. All I'm doing is paying my bills and then paying off my debt. I was an idiot in college, don't even use my degree, but I have a specialized job. I'm making decent money, and I have nothing left over at the end of each week. I work 50 hours a week. I'm just tired of being poor. So if you know any side hustles, second jobs, that would be great. I'm not trying to drive all the time.
Don't tell you to DoorDash. Why are you stunning and trying to belittle or ridicule DoorDash? A lot of people, like, it's a job. See, that's the mentality that keeps people broke. You got on the internet. You told us you're broke. Some people will give you a very good solution to the problem you're facing, and you're just going to sit there and belittle it. You ever notice the people that are always saying they're broke aren't always low income? Like, some of them make 60K, some make 90K, some make 6 figures. So how are they still struggling? And she gets paid weekly. right? Because being broke today usually isn't an income problem. Like it's a cash flow management issue. It is a budgeting. You can't budget, right? High lifestyle, monthly payment thinking. Most people just buy things and just say, "Hey, how much does it cost? How much a month?" That question itself just keeps you poor, keeps people broke forever. Because you can afford something, because you're approved for something, does not equate affordability. Oh, somebody give me a second job. I promise you, if she gets a second job, it's just gonna go to more things because there's no discipline. And if there's no discipline, right, with the income that you have that's already giving you more money than the degree you went to school for, then you're never gonna get ahead. Because I even had that mentality. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had that mentality where like I was $20,000 in debt. I hated budgeting. I was like, man, I don't care. I'm not gonna do this, man. Like I was scared to look at my credit report. I was scared to look at my credit card payments. I would get it in mail. I would get it as an email. I hated looking at it. But then I one time turned around and said, dude, I hate feeling this way. I hate feeling just annoyed all the time, feeling anxious. I took action. I started budgeting. You have to budget. Businesses budget. Rich people budget. Like any person that wants to get ahead financially and become financially savvy, you have to budget. You have to face the problem head on, right? And like, listen, like this is a debt based system. You took out the debt, you know what I mean? And you're living way above your means. You get paid weekly, right? You don't want to do DoorDash. I don't think you want to solve your problem. I think you just want somebody to justify your emotions and justify some sort of a pity party. But you need to budget. You need to live below your means. And these things are boring. They get, but again, boring wins the race. Boring wins. The income that you have now, you need to budget for it. A second income is a trap. You're not going to change anything. Even if this person was to get the opportunity of a lifetime and to double their income, because the philosophy is wrong, because the methods are wrong, because the psychology is wrong, same situations. Because she's not willing to sacrifice anything to get ahead. Comment down below if you think I'm lying or if you disagree. I really want to know.
That have outrageous amounts of student loan debt. What's y'all plan? I know they don't think I'm finna pay nobody's rent payment or nobody's mortgage on some student loans. I know they ain't expecting this one right here to do that because that ain't finna happen. Before y'all get in my comments, I understand 100% that I was the person that decided, you know what, that are now officially 100% in my name and I'm responsible for paying them back. But what is y'all's plans? And for the people that can't relate to this type of post about student loans because you just think you're bigger than the program because maybe you didn't go and get a degree or because you somehow were able to pay off all your student loan debt already, you cannot relate to this post. Let me give you a little bit of context. 84% of people who are drowning in past student loan debt are not just mad because they have to pay the money back. They're pissed off because they have to pay money back for a degree that they don't even get to use because nobody in their field of study, no company, no firm, no place, no organization will hire them and pay them to match all the years that they spent in school trying to build and set themselves up for a great life. Let me know what y'all think.
You know what I think, honestly? I think you weren't ready for school. I think you bit more than you chew. I think that, you want victim Olympics. You want a pity party. You want somebody to justify your emotions. You took out the debt, you pay for it. Student loans, for most people that don't know, is an asset to the government. Like that makes 33% of the government's profit. I think half of the kids that go to school honestly go to school for the thrill, the parties, the college experience, and they use student loans to funnel and to finance that lifestyle. The college games, right? The fraternities, the football games, the basketball games, the atmosphere. And you went to school and you're not going to use that degree. And then she said that most people are not pissed because they have to pay it back. Most people are pissed because that they have to have their 2 or 3 degrees that they have to, pay back because companies don't want to hire them. Like you went into school, you're overqualified. I would rather take somebody that has experience over somebody that has 2 college degrees because number one, you're gonna ask for too much without experience. Why would I waste my time? And most businesses are thinking that way. So that answers your question. But don't go to school without having a plan to pay things. Here's the problem, right? Kids go to school and it's set up against them because when you look at it, student loans is the first thing that is introduced to students coming out of high school. So that's the debt that is introduced to them, right? So if debt is introduced to them and that's the only way of financing something, then that becomes their way of financial knowledge. So now they're going to use that same mentality to finance cars, to finance bags, to finance vacations, to finance a lifestyle that they really are not ready for or cannot afford or keep up with. So it is a trap to begin with. Student loans, it is a trap from the get-go, right? And now you bit more than you chew because after 4 years, you went to school for a liberal arts degree that's not going to pay you nothing. And now you don't want to pay it back. I don't think that your checks can keep up with the interest if you are going to play that game. Because a $20,000 student loan balance, you deciding not to pay it for 5, 10 years, doubles and balloons to $40,000 or $50,000. Change your philosophy, change your mindset, and get off social media and try to pay off the student loans. If I was her father, these are the same things I would be telling her.
Data tells us that the number one cause of divorce is money fights and money problems. And if we know that going in, then we need to what? Avoid money fights and money
Correct.
problems. And what's that mean? It means we need to be
I'm
aligned.
gonna take a step back, Dave Ramsey. I'm gonna say that if the number one cause of divorce is money fights and money problems, I think there's an issue that we are ignoring, and that is that before we even have that, we have to communicate. And if we can't communicate, that means miscommunication. So the number one to me, right, is not money problems. I think it's miscommunication. And that is why there is a very prosperous and very lucrative middleman, which is a therapist, right? Because a therapist is just going to sit there, say a couple words for two adults that should be aligned already, right? And that's the reason why it's important to marry the partner that you think is good for you and you guys are aligned with. Because when we first see a person, we talk to them, we know they're not a good person for us. We know they're not a good partner, but we ignore red flags. We think we could change them. Don't ever in your life go into a relationship trying to change somebody. It is hard to get somebody, right, to be on the same level with you when it comes to money. Because people already have a lot of financial traumas, a lot of financial philosophies, right, from their parents, right? Because if the parents were bad with money, their child's going to be bad with money. It's a very tough situation. And now everybody wants to travel. We live in an Instagram short feed, right, of social comparison. Everybody's just scrolling. Hey, Jacob and Beth took a trip to Bali. I think we should do that too. Marianne just bought a Cybertruck. Why can't you get me a Cybertruck? Now the husband has to work double, right, and stress himself to get his wife a truck that is equivalent to that Cybertruck when he knows he can't afford it. He has student loans. He has some sort of a maintenance that he has to do for the house. It's a sad, sad time to be in a marriage that two people are not aligned and two people cannot communicate. So communication is the biggest skill a person needs to have. The skill to be articulate and to push out a message to your partner that pushes a certain type of change is a skill. And I think two people that are working hard together, that are a team, are going to succeed and thrive and be financially independent. If not, boy, divorce is not easy and it is expensive. And I wish for people to be married and to work throughout their problems and to just be financially successful, right? So if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, subscribe so we can stay connected and you don't miss future videos. Make sure to leave a comment on what part stood out to you the most. With that being said, be good, do good. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.